When people think of scary places, they usually look up: endless black space, deadly radiation, the vacuum that would boil you alive. But the truth is, you don't need a rocket to find terror. You just need to look down. Earth's oceans are deeper, darker, and far less understood than the cosmos. Outer space may be cold and distant, but the ocean is right here, and it's much, much closer to killing you. If space has black holes, the ocean has its own versions, and they're every bit as terrifying. Scientists call them eddies, but that's really just a polite word for enormous whirlpools that can trap anything unlucky enough to drift in. These things aren't the little swirls you see when you pull the plug in your bathtub. Some oceanic eddies can stretch up to 150 kilometers wide. That's bigger than many countries. Once water starts spinning like that, it creates a trap where nothing can escape, not even large sea creatures. Unlike space, where black holes are millions of light years away, these ocean holes exist right here, spinning in our own backyard. They form when winds, water temperature, and the Earth's rotation combine in just the wrong way. And once they're created, they don't vanish overnight. They can last for months, sometimes even years. That means ships, researchers, and marine life have to deal with them constantly. It's like having a giant cosmic danger, except it's hiding under waves that millions of people sail over every year. And that's just the start, because if the swirling water doesn't get you, the creatures might. The ocean is full of animals that look like they belong in a horror movie. Sharks, giant squids, killer whales. Sure, we know about those, but venture deeper and things get weirder fast. Ever seen a proboscis worm? It looks like a living nightmare, unfurling a ribbon-like tongue to catch prey. How about a red octopus with balloon-like eyes and an unsettling stare? The deeper you go, the more alien they get. The difference between outer space and the ocean is simple. Space is empty, while the ocean is crammed with life. And life, in many cases, is dangerous. Even the little guys can ruin your day. Tiny jellyfish with nearly invisible tentacles can deliver venom that stops a human heart. Cone snails, small enough to fit in your hand, can shoot a harpoon-like tooth filled with toxins powerful enough to kill in minutes. Unlike space, where threats are distant, the ocean's dangers are alive, swimming and waiting right beneath your feet. And here's the scariest part. We've barely scratched the surface. Scientists estimate that we've only explored about 20% of the ocean. That means most of it is still a mystery. Every dive into the deep sea feels like opening a door into the unknown. It could be a new glowing jellyfish, or a creature we've never seen before with teeth designed to slice through steel nets. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about what lurks at the bottom of our own planet. So, while black holes in space will probably never affect you, the ocean's black holes and monsters already exist, swirling and swimming in places humans rely on every single day. If that doesn't make your skin crawl, wait until you hear what the deep ocean itself has in store. Outer space is scary because it's empty and unforgiving. The ocean, on the other hand, is terrifying because it's alive, restless, and constantly trying to crush anything that enters it. Let's start with pressure. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest point we've ever measured, the pressure is more than 1,000 times what we feel at sea level. Imagine the weight of 50 jumbo jets pressing down on you at once. That's what any diver or submarine faces when they try to push into the abyss. Even the best machines creak and groan under that kind of stress. For a human body without protection, instant collapse. Space may be a vacuum, but at least it doesn't actively squeeze you into paste. And then there's temperature. Deep down, the ocean isn't just cold, it's freezing, hovering near 0 degrees Celsius. But in certain places, it flips the script completely. Hydrothermal vents gush out water that's hotter than boiling, rich in toxic chemicals like sulfur. These underwater volcanoes create pockets of hell where no human could ever survive. It's like space's radiation radiation belts, except bubbling out of the ground right here on Earth. The ocean also doesn't sit still. Space might throw an asteroid at us every few million years, but the ocean launches attacks constantly. Hurricanes are born from warm waters, and they're not just storms, they're monsters. Spinning systems hundreds of kilometers wide, with winds strong enough to tear houses apart, and storm surges that drown entire towns. If space has solar flares, the ocean has hurricanes, and they're far more frequent and far more personal. Then there are tsunamis. Few natural disasters match their sudden violence. Triggered by earthquakes, underwater landslides, or volcanic eruptions, they can send waves taller than skyscrapers crashing into coastlines with little warning. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami killed more than 225,000 people in a matter of hours. Think about that. A single wave killing more people than any single space disaster humanity has ever faced. Space may threaten extinction events in theory, but the ocean has already proven it can deliver mass destruction repeatedly. Even if you're not in the deep trenches or facing a tsunami, the ocean still has everyday tricks to keep you on edge. Currents can drag swimmers far from shore before they even realize it. Fog can blind ships navigating open water, and unlike astronauts who always have ground control watching their every move, sailors can vanish without a trace. There are over 3 million shipwrecks resting on the ocean floor, each one a silent reminder of just how easy it is to get lost at sea. So while space might be harsh and distant, the ocean is aggressive, unpredictable, and right on our doorstep. It doesn't wait millions of years to kill. It does it every year, every season, every storm. And that's before we even get into the microscopic killers hiding in its waters. If you think the ocean's biggest threats are storms and waves, think again. Some of the scariest dangers are the ones you can't see, or the ones you'll only notice when it's too late. Take light, for example. In space, the sun's rays are harsh but constant. In the deep ocean, light simply disappears. Go down a few hundred meters, and the world turns pitch black. Beyond that, only the weirdest, creepiest creatures survive. Anglerfish with headlights on their heads, jellyfish that glow like neon signs, and predators that look more alien than anything NASA has ever shown us. This is an environment where your senses fail, your technology struggles, and anything could be lurking just outside your vision. And while space doesn't have weather, the ocean has plenty. Lightning storms over the sea are deadly in ways most people don't realize. A single bolt can spread out across 100 meters of open water, electrocuting anything swimming below the surface. That means fishermen, sailors, even pods of dolphins can all be struck without warning. In space, no one hears you scream. But in the ocean, you might not even get the chance. Then there are the invisible killers, bacteria. Warm waters like those in the Gulf of Mexico are breeding grounds for flesh-eating microbes. Get a cut while swimming and those bacteria can enter your bloodstream, leading to infections so bad they sometimes require amputations. Other ocean microbes, like Vibrio species, don't need an open wound. Eat the wrong piece of seafood, and they can shut down your organs. So yes, space is vast, empty, and unforgiving. But the ocean is alive, unpredictable, and right here at our doorstep. Every storm, every wave, every strange creature and microbe reminds us that Earth's final frontier is scarier and far closer than the cosmos.